Alrighty, what's good? It's Michael Alder here from TakingActionToday.com, and in this video, we're going to assume that you have $40,000 to spend, and we're going to break down what is going to be the better scenario for you. Either landlording, buying a duplex, or land flipping, buying multiple lots, and see which one is going to give you a better return on a $40,000 investment. So here we go. Let's get into this here. So first things first, we're going to focus on a duplex in the Midwest. Look at this crappy house. This is going to be my duplex here. I'm going to do a front door here. We're going to do a side door here. And that looks like every house in Cleveland there because it's totally fallen down. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some land investing over here. And this tree is our land. Alrighty, so we got $40,000 to spend. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves a duplex. And when you invest in a quote-unquote turnkey duplex, $40,000 typically gets you $1,000 a month in gross income. So you got $500 per unit, $1,000 gross. So out of this $1,000 gross monthly income, you got to go ahead and pay a manager to manage the place and collect the rent for you. So we're going to subtract out $100 for that because that's typically 10%. So we got minus your management, we got minus taxes. We're going to just go ahead and round that out at $100 a month for taxes. And then we have maintenance fees, like basic maintenance. There's always going to be something going on with these older $40,000 houses. So we're just going to call that $100 as well to keep math easy, but realistic at the same time. So that's going to be our basic maintenance. So after all that, we get $700 a month. Quote unquote net. Because we both know this goes much deeper than that. Or $8,400 annually. Now on paper, this actually looks great right here. Drop 40 grand, you get 8,400 back each year for these little maintenance fees. That sounds great. Almost anybody would do that investment here. But let's keep in mind, this is best case scenario. So with this, and we're not even going to figure this into this, but one thing to keep in mind when you're buying houses, and we're breaking down these numbers, we're not figuring in any eviction. So we're going to say no eviction, figured into this. We're also going to figure that our tenants, based on this, pay their rent on time every month and never miss a payment. So we're saying no late payments. Next, major maintenance issues, which they always do happen, but once again, we didn't figure it in these numbers. I just want you to have it in the back of your head. So no. We also got attorney fees that come with this, managing the property, doing evictions, taking care of people that are slime balls that enter in our life. So we're going to say no attorney fees. And then no thieving. Contractors or managers. So best case scenario, we're getting $8,400 annually on a $40,000 investment. Stick with me here. So that looks good. A lot of people would do that. That's a pretty dope deal. Great return on your money. Let's go ahead and do a land deal here. $40,000 over here will easily get us 40 properties. So out of these 40 properties here, let's do a more realistic approach on this. Let's say that only 30 perform out of these. So let's say only 30 of the 40 that you buy, you get them up and sold on seller financing terms. And we're going to keep it even more realistic. And we're going to just say we've sold each one of these on $50 a month. So let's get into some math here. So we're going to run it at a 75% performance rate. Got 30 properties performing. This is at $50 a month, which gives us $1,500 gross income. Now we do have fees to pay for out of this $1,500. So first things first, we have taxes. The type of properties we buy are typically going to be about $10 a year in annual taxes. But let's keep our math real easy because I don't like thinking too much. So we'll just call it $50 instead of $40 for taxes annually. Next, we got to do some advertising. If we want to find our buyers, we have to advertise on the major platforms. And let's say we're advertising semi-aggressively. You got to spend $200 a month in advertising. And then on top of that, we want to keep this completely automated. So we use software like Moonclerk, Stripe, MailChimp to kind of handle all of our marketing for us, automate things, and keep our lives simple. That's going to cost you about $50 a month as well. So out of this, we are walking away with $1,200 a month net right now. And that's $14,400. So this is very realistic numbers at a 75% performance rate, selling them only at $50 a month, minus out our fees for automation, $14,400 on a $40,000 investment. But let's just say I'm completely full of it, and let's chop the numbers even more. Let's say our properties, these 40 properties, we could only get 50% of that to perform at any given time. So things are cycling through, but no matter what, we just cannot get above the 50% rate. Let's do some math on that. So now we have 20 properties at $50 a month. And by the way, everything I'm breaking down here is all real world experience in my life. I've done the residential game for countless years. I've done the land game for several years. So I'm speaking on experience as well as theory in this, just so you know where I'm coming from. So we have 50 properties performing at $50 a month. That gives us $1,000 a month income. That's gross income. Let's say nothing changes in this scenario. Well, obviously it doesn't for the most part because taxes don't go away. So let's say we pay $50 in taxes. Let's say we still want to do the same amount of advertising. So we got $200 a month in ads. And then we have $50 a month in our automation software. Now to this, we get $700 a month and $8,400 annually. So let's think about this here. The absolute worst case scenario in the land game matches the best case scenario in the residential game. Over here, we have multiple lots, or quote unquote, multiple doors, as your boy Grant Cardone would always say. Over here, we have 2 doors we're relying on to get us to our 40 grand. And with this land business here, you don't get any of the drama that comes with this. Now, obviously, it sounds like I'm trying to steer you one way or another, but I'm just speaking on my experience of being in both these business models here. This one has been absolutely almost no stress whatsoever for me and far easier to operate than this. So if you are interested in building out a land portfolio here, or you're just looking for some simple ways to get some extra passive income in your life, drop by takingactiontoday.com. I got an awesome freebie I put together over there where you could go ahead and check out my top 3 passive income strategies that I truly believe anybody could take advantage of. And if you have any questions about this, go ahead and shoot me a text at 440-678-1151. Fire away with any questions. I'll create a follow-up video answering your questions for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.